I do not feel bad for Shannon Sharpe. Actually, nail him to the wall.
Damn.
Men like Shannon Sharpe go after women whose frontal lobe have yet to develop, and then when they prove to you that they are still children, it's, how dare she try to manipulate me? How dare she try to get money from me? Why do you think she was with your old ass?
All right, now she do got a point. Like, to be 56, and it can be debated if Shannon Sharpe is in good shape for his age, but I mean, even if she was attracted, somebody that's 19 and somebody that's 56 don't have a whole lot in common. All right, it's just the truth. I'm 44 and I don't even have that much in common with somebody even like 24. So she is on to something.
No, really. Why would a 19-year-old go after a man in his 50s who she also knows is only here for a good time? Y'all keep doing this.
You was just doing this and your little lace front was also doing this. Like, okay, it looks nice though, boo. I like it on you.
Y'all keep doing it. It keeps happening because y'all have spent y'all years mistreating women.
Mm-hmm.
And then because women have dealt with shit their entire life, you're like, that's baggage. No, that's called common sense. Because a woman will no longer allow you to play with her once a woman gets to the point where she's like, wait a minute. That's when y'all want to be like, oh, she got baggage, she got boundaries. And y'all don't want women with boundaries, with self-respect. Y'all want little girls who is going to do whatever y'all want her to do for a little bit of change.
Okay, so it's now turning into, she's a nice looking lady, but it seems like, all right, see, this is what you older guys get for dating younger women, because the women you guys say have baggage, you don't want them. And she calls it boundaries, but some other guys might call it single moms or something like that. That whole baggage thing of having a bad attitude or not being agreeable, yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but yeah, that baggage is not always boundaries, boo. Now, I will say, being 56 and dealing with somebody that's like 19, that is an extreme age difference. But right now, you're trying to turn it into, okay, see, this is what you guys get for dealing with those little girls and not with somebody your own age. I guess if it was somebody like your age, it'd be okay. But let's continue and see what we hear.
You on that phone telling that girl that you gonna choke the shit out of her and that she gonna like it. And now she trying to get over on you and you mad. She's in it for money. She's in it for the money.
Right.
Where y'all problem is, y'all think y'all are bigger than the program. Y'all get so full of yourself that you genuinely think this child wants you for real.
This is absolutely true, guys. She might be hating a little bit, but she is telling the actual facts. I've learned this, I made some money here in my life. The reality is that usually the women that you want, and again, I would consider this, shout out to my homeboy Los, this is a booty clapping condition. When Shannon Sharpe reaches out to an OnlyFans model or a chick working at the gym or a chick that is doing stuff online that's sexual, and you have to pay $25,000 per cheek, these are booty clapping conditions. And Shannon Sharpe, with his notoriety and his fame, and he might believe that this chick actually wants him, and obviously if she did want him, she wouldn't be doing this, but that's definitely not true. And this lady is correct. You are not bigger than the program, okay? There's dudes that have tried this and failed before any of us have, and she is absolutely right. There's sometimes you're outside of your pay grade, and just because you're Shannon Sharpe, Club Shay Shay with the hottest podcast, if that chick don't really like you like that, it don't matter. Now, could there have been some 19 or 20-year-old chicks that would have loved to let Shannon Sharpe clap her cheeks for the free? Absolutely, but he might not have wanted them. The fact that he's under a booty clapping condition, this is where he's at.
Men like that scare me. Because what does a 56-year-old and a 19-year-old have in common? Actually, she's 20 now and he's 56 now, so.
With all due respect, ma'am, they scare you for what? Because they never gonna talk to you, all right? Because you're definitely not 19, so you don't have anything to worry about. But I will holler at you for real. You're nice looking.
Shannon Sharpe is old enough to be my daddy. And if he was my daddy, when he gave birth to me, not gave birth to me, y'all know what I mean. If he was my daddy, he would have had me in his 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm too old to be dating a 19-year-old. So that's how old that man is.
Mm-hmm.
That's how old he is.
Mm-hmm.
Too old to be messing with a 19-year-old girl. So if y'all don't know, Shannon Sharpe, host of Club Shay Shay. He did the viral Cat Williams interview,
Okay.
ex-NFL player.
Mm-hmm.
Shitty Shannon. That's what's up, because he in some shit. So we can call him Shitty Shannon.
No, definitely, because he put his thing in her booty without no condom on. So that definitely is the right name. And they say the brother is swinging both ways. So give yourself a round of applause for that name. Shitty Shannon.
Has been hit with a lawsuit from a 19-year-old girl he was dating.
Why you have to do all black people? So what was that about? What did you think you was accomplishing by doing that dumbass little role? If you don't,
For all kind of nasty race play and all type of other stuff.
Right.
Some text messages that I don't want to relive. You can go find them yourself. I'm not putting them on here.
okay, got it.
Already threw up in my mouth already. So anyway,
Right.
he been hit.
Get the brim. I like her. She cute. What's her name? Bailey. Okay, yeah. I definitely need you in my life.
He been hit with a $50 million lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
He tried to settle for 10. They said no, because Tony Bugsby's the lawyer. You know he after that coin. Shannon Sharpe, remember he released, the audio got released of him having smacks? So basically, we're on offense number 2 of some sexual stuff that he's done.
This is true. Like, the first one, you did it on your own. You leaked it. Put your whole career in jeopardy. You're a crash out. Now, this booty clapping situation comes up, and there you go again. I mean, like, Shannon Sharpe, man, he's too old. He's actually a weirdo. Like, might need to lock him up there with R. Kelly. She's absolutely right. Shannon Sharpe, and within a year, this your second one. Within 12 months.
Shannon Sharpe is the prime example of why your ass should be married. Yes, I said it. This man is 60 years old and he's playing with 20-year-old YT girls. And let's just ignore the fact that she is white. She's 20 years old.
Okay, auntie. He's 56, okay? And again, this is what happens. I think the age shouldn't really be as important. That the fact that one of the messages said, Shannon, I asked you not to go inside of my boo-boo dumper, and you did it without a condom anyway. That it wouldn't have mattered the age. I think that's what we're talking about. And the fact that she is young and white, that's not necessarily a crime. I know that people want to keep bringing that up, and I'm sure that it makes sense to people, and it is very polarizing, right? But the biggest thing for me is that he did that without her consent.
That 20-year-old don't want you. They want your pocket, sweetheart. You see why Denzel Washington and Samuel L. Jackson are doing so great? They have mature women next to them, baby. They have been married for years and dedicated to their wives, and they don't have to worry about her running off nowhere, and they don't have to worry about no cheating allegations. They ain't got to worry about none of that shit. Hell, even Barack Obama had the right idea. Y'all be messing around with these little girls, and yes, they're little girls because you don't really mature until you hit 30, and your frontal lobe doesn't come in until you're 25. You think they want your ass? No, Shannon. You they granddaddy. And what do granddaddies give out? Candy and money. And now you're going to pay up. And not only are you going to pay up, Shannon, your endorsements are about to go bye-bye.
Yep.
That $100 million deal that you're supposed to have for a podcast that's supposed to come through, that shit's going to go bye-bye because nobody wants to touch you. And definitely don't want to touch you if you're a black man in a scandal.
No, she's right. Let me kind of get to this whole idea of, you need to go head on and get with, somebody your age and stay married and stay with them. It works for certain people. Like, look at Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio is around the same age as Shannon Sharpe, and he is known for never dating anybody his age. The problem is he don't get these allegations, right? And I don't think that it's illegal as what he's doing. It's just tasteless, and he's reckless as hell. That's the problem. And the kind of women he's going after are not women suitable for relationships. Now, let's say if this was a lady that was like 20 years old and she wasn't an OnlyFans model, I mean, it's still young, but she's not a sex worker, then it's easier to digest. But because the lady is a sex worker and this is who you're spending your time with as an older man, when you should kind of know what it is, especially the kind of advice and game you give on Nightcap and then you don't even follow it, that's the most disturbing part. of all of this, because you're risking your whole career for a white sex worker that almost anybody could get in contact with on OnlyFans.
Shannon Rutherford Bjorn Sharpe.
We didn't mention his whole Christian name, baby.
I already told you to settle with that girl 2 days ago. Why am I hearing that there's now a second accuser? Whoever is on your team, fire them immediately. You are in a media battle with a girl who could be in homeroom right now. And before y'all say, oh, you know, Emmett Till, this is an Emmett Till situation, Emmett Till. I would love for the Till family to come to the front of the congregation and tell us to stop bringing up their dead relative every time a black man gets caught doing something to a white woman. And yes,
Preach.
she is a white Hispanic.
These sisters looking good today. I like her. Yeah, she got them sexy auntie vibes. Listen, she's absolutely 100% right, man. Shannon Sharpe, the first thing that he did was say, you know, Tony Busby like coming after black men, and all of a sudden you want to pull the black card, right? Emmett Till, what happened to him allegedly for whistling at a white woman in Mississippi in the 50s, and what happened to him was a complete travesty. This is a black man understanding that, hey, dealing with white women or younger white women when you are a black man, you are from the South. Your grandparents who raised you were raised in Jim Crow. You already know that this is what you're up against. And because your preference is white women, and then it backfires on you, all of a sudden you want to go ahead and pull the black card and be pro-black, but your booty clapping is not pro-black. It's pro everything but black. And so now you get caught out there and you want to pull on your black community, black card resources, and you want people to go and say, oh, that's another black man dealing with white women. All he do is deal with white women. So he was bound to have this happen anyway because they're going to use it against him. It's his fault, and the black community should not support this sort of foolishness because he already knew the drill.
And yes, she is a white Hispanic woman. Secondly, he dated her because she was a white woman. The few text messages that I have seen, which is enough for me, very much gives hired race play. $25K per cheek. This is
absolutely. So you want to pull the black card, but everything is about big black, white this. It's just racist elements all in y'all booty clapping. You just can't get together and do the booty clapping. You got to have all kind of racial elements that are disgusting in your clap session. I mean, damn. You can't just enroll her at Clap State University. No, you got to study black and white history. You got to come up and dress up like you're in the antebellum South and Jim Crow.
$25K per cheek. This is sex work.
Yeah.
Which means he found her for race play sex work.
Booty clapping.
And I want to say this too, to his team, the few people that are working there that clearly don't know what the fuck they are doing. You cannot use, this is a shakedown. They're trying to bring down a black man. They're trying to bring down a black man. Really? You cannot do the Jonathan Majors, you're trying to bring down a black man, because at least Jonathan Majors has Megan, Rosa Parks, Coretta Scott King Good to absorb a lot of the backlash. Every time we see Jonathan, we see Megan. We know Shannon Sharpe doesn't have something like that because he is out here playing in the snow, frozen. And now he's getting frostbite. Last but certainly not least, T.S. Madison said this yesterday on her live, and I fully agree. Ever since he had them gay allegations because he had a gay stylist, Shannon Sharpe has been giving us dick print and balls every 5 minutes. That's my Michelle. Ooh, put a big black baby in me. What is going on? I don't want to know this much about you. I don't want to know this much about you. And I think it opens up the bigger conversation as well about how a lot of these grown, powerful men like teenagers. Tyga, I'm never coming up off your ass. They like teenagers. When Carisha was trying to shoot her shit at Shannon Sharpe and he wasn't really going for it, it's because at 30, Carisha is too old. They like teenagers.
Oh, that's Young Miami. Miami is definitely Clapathon Technical University enrollee potential. She is fine, even though how many kids she got? 2 kids? One by Southside, I'm cool.
Some of y'all think that some people is upset because she's a white tee. Far from it. Going to explain. Okay, let's start with this. A win is a win. She was offered $10 million to keep it under wraps, but later on decided to go public trying to get 50. Now here's the thing. Let's say I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, whatever. I trained my son. He become a football player. He made that money. A rapper, an actor, a singer, because it goes all the way around. The athlete. And y'all made him get to a point where people like this who would have normally would not even say hi to you. And the only reason why they speaking to someone like Shannon Sharpe is because he got the money.
Preach! We gotta notice as black men, man. Shout out to my boy Street Media TV. He said something very profound one day. He said, you know what? Black men have to work real hard to come out of black America. And in the case of Shannon Sharpe, hey, he had to even go to HBCU, Savannah State, just to even get to the Denver Broncos. The white woman ain't gotta do nothing to get to you. You the one that gotta do everything to get to her. You gotta prove yourself and work real hard to get out there. She wouldn't even know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real talk, right? We're not saying that interracial relationships can't be built on value, but Auntie is spitting right here, okay?
And majority of the time, I'm not saying all, but the majority of the time that you see a lawsuit, who they look like, this. Now, when they settle, whether it's $10 million, a win is a win, when they settle, guess what they do? They go back and take that money back on the other side of the track, out of the neighborhood, out of the community, out of the family that they're from, your auntie, your sister, your brother, who been there cheering you on and took the money on the other side of the track and then not even gonna look back on this side. So yeah, we over here like, wait a minute, you was willing to spend $25K on two cheeks when we got natural cheeks? Well, not we.
Look, yeah, 25K per cheeks, Blue, is actually 50,000. Yeah, no, you probably do got some too, but go ahead.
Figure of speech. When there's natural cheeks over here and when the money leaves, once again, it's to people that would normally, I promise you, she would have never spoke to him if he wasn't rich.
Absolutely. And y'all, there's so much cheeks in the black community. Oh my God, I love y'all. Women's out there for keeping us brothers sane with these cheeks. From Africa to Black America to all over, wherever y'all at with these cheeks, we appreciate you. Thank you for keeping them things bouncing. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never.
So that is the problem that we have. We need to see some sisters doing these lawsuits and we would be okay. I'm not gonna say we would be okay, because wrong is wrong, but I know you get my point.
Right.
That is the problem. Date who you want to date. Umar may be rough on some things that he say, but he's definitely right when they say the snow bunny come get the money and take it back home.
Black women have had their say. I mean, would you brothers agree with this or not? I mean, I think the sisters came with some pretty logical arguments. Some of them were a little bit biased and seemed a little bit butthurt that, you know, some of these successful black men are dating younger women. I get that. But yeah, man, you got to be safe out there, especially when you out here on the other side of the fence. So black men, so guys, what do you think? It's your boy LJ D Jackson back at again, an episode of Fair Use. I'm out.